She almost said I do in Baton Rouge. I almost bought that dress in powder blue. Almost packed her bags for Austin skies, but changed her mind on the county line. She kept the letters, lost the ring, and held on tight to everything. She built a life from almost, from what ifs and near miss ghosts, from broken roads and borrowed time and dreams that faded out of line. She stacked the hurt and made it home out of chances she faced alone. Yes, she built a life. She almost took that waitress job, but stayed to help when Daddy sobbed. Almost wrote a song they'd play, but tore it up the very next day. She don't wear pearls or silver things, but grace hangs soft on everything. She built a life from almost, from half-closed doors and almost closed, from calls that rang but never stayed, and goodbye notes she never gave. She planted roots and shifted sand and stood up tall with empty head. Yes, she built a life. No map, no guide, just quiet grace. 1,000 dreams she had to face, but even if they slipped away, she showed up anyway. She built a life from almost, and somehow made it matter. With every tear, a twist of fate, she found her own kind of spray. Not in the winds and marquee lights, but in the waves she kept the fight. She built a life from almost.
He used to lay down around 10 o'clock. Now he's chasing rhymes in a coffee shop. That 9 to 5, it dulled his flame, so he packed his life and changed his name. A rusted truck, a flannel coat, a notebook full of half-sung notes. No more quiet nights or easy dreams. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the moon's his only clock. Neon signs are where he talks. His prayers are sung, not softly spoken, through callous hands and chords unbroken. He gave up rest for something true, a melody he had to pursue. He don't count sheep or chase routines. He traded sleep for 6 strings. His friends all say, man, come back home. But he's married now to worn out tones. The world don't pay a voice like his, but he still plays for what it is. The motel lights, the lonely miles, a crowd of 10, a waitress smile. We don't need much, just room to sing. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Now the stage is his own bed, with verses echoing in his head. He ain't rich, but he's alive, and every note he survives. Quiet hurts, but music clings. He traded sleep for 6 strings. Some folks dream with their eyes closed. He dreams wide open on the road. Truth is rough, songs don't lie, and that's the reason why he traded sleep for 6 strings and gave his soul to what it brings. Through lonely bars and worn out frets, he sings for things he won't forget. And if he never earns a thing, he still wouldn't trade those 6 strings.
Got a 6 string with more miles to shine, and boots that'll dance through borrowed time. The bars got smaller, the crowds got thin, but I still feel the fire kicking in. A fully grown rough from whiskey and years, but I still dream when the silence clears. Just one more shot at that big old stage, a crowd that don't mind my weathered age. Lights so bright they drown the doubt, where the songs I wrote get sung out loud. I ain't asking for fortune or fame, just one more night they remember my name. I play for tips in the neon glow, slept in trucks when the money got low, but every mile taught me to believe there's still something left up my sleeve. I ain't young, but I ain't done. Still got stories under the sun. Just one more shot at that big old stage, to sing my truth, not just my age. A crowd that feels each chord I've strung, and hums along when the tears come. No encore, oh, no spotlight, oh, just one more ride before the road. Maybe they won't cheer, maybe they will, but I'll play my song, 'cause chasing dreams ain't just for the young. Some songs take years to be sung. So give me one more shot at that big old stage, one last verse, one final page. Let 'em hear this old heart loud it down low. I used to hear it whisper low, from back roads dust to radio, a song that told me who to be, lit up like stars in Tennessee. But now it's quiet in my chest, and I don't chase like all the rest. That dream don't call my name no more, the voice I barely reckoned for. Once it burned just like a flame, now it flickers without a name. I gave it years, I gave it soul, but it don't fit me like before. There's peace in learning when to fold. Not every fire was meant to hold. I found a porch, a worn out song, and realized I'd chased too long. Now silence don't feel quite so loud. I ain't that girl still in the clouds. That dream don't call my name no more. It don't knock on my front door. Used to run through every show, now I let that old wind blow. It's not defeat, just something new. I'm still me, just not her too. Some dreams fade, believe a light to help you rest your wings at night. That dream don't call my name no more, and I ain't waiting like before. Guess I've learned what dreams are for, to find yourself then close that door. She's gone now, but I ain't sore. That dream don't call my name no more. I pictured lace and white picket scenes, not rent past due, and busted dreams. Thought love would be a steady hand, not a wave I had to learn to stand. I traded Paris for a rusted truck, and learned to live on a little luck. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's built on prayers and overtime. I've cried in kitchens and laughed in storms, held my babies when the nights got warm. It's not the picture I once drew in my mind. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. He walked out when times got tight, left me with bills and a porch light. But I stitched my pride with a coffee spoon and danced alone in the living room. I've made peace with a crooked line, found road gets long, but I've grown roots and I've grown strong. This ain't the life I dream, but it's mine. It's every fall and every climb. It's the sunrise after a sleepless night. It's finding wrong still leads to right. No regrets, just a slower shine. This ain't the life I dreamed, but it's mine. Daddy said this land don't give. You take your licks and learn to live. He handed me a pair of worn out boots. Said they'll carry weight if you walk them true. That red clay road taught me pain and pride, where sweat and storms go side by side. I fell face first, but I rose again. That's how a boy becomes a man. Out here where boots learn to stand, where you earn your worth, dirt on your head, where prayers rise up with the morning dew, and your word means more blood than made you grand. This is where boots learn to stand. Mama held the house like a gospel song, kept the lights on even when days felt wrong. Taught me grace don't come from ease, it's in the fight down on your knees. I've seen love and loss, joy and scars underneath these same old stars, and I still want this rugged land with fire and heart and boots that stand. Boots learn to stand, with calloused hands, where fences roots stay deep and promises are the ones you keep. It ain't a throne, but it's still great. This is where boots learn to stand. Now my boy's out there with a shovel and grin, kicking dust like I once did. I just smile, tip my old straw hat, 'cause I know exactly where he's at. Out here where boots will learn to stand, where boys grow up to be honest men, where storms blow hard but hearts hold true, and home is built in what you do. It's more than land, it's who I am. This is where boots learn. Learn to stand. I was raised on rust and restless skies, where the wind cuts deep and the eagle flies. Daddy taught me how to ride and run. Mama prayed I'd chase more than the sun, but I've got a taste for the burning kind, and I've got a taste, burning kind. Trouble in a bottle and a free man's mind. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with kissed me soft, said you're the one. But I was chasing dreams before the dawn. I was chased before the dawn. Whiskey and wild horses, that's what I know. Running with the thunder where the cold. A woman's love can't hold me. I was born to roam with whiskey and wild horses. I'm always gone. Maybe someday I'll lay it all down. Hang my hat in some slow town. But tonight I ride, I drink, I sing to the fire in my blood and the freedom it brings. Whiskey and wild horses, they call my name through the desert dust and the outlaw rain. I ain't looking back, I ain't settling down. Just a shadow in the dark on the edge of town. With whiskey and wild horses, I'll never be found. Oh. woke up to the hum of a rundown fan, cracks in the ceiling and calloused hands. Thought by now I'd wear a satin dress, not yesterday's shirt and this kind of stress. Life don't follow a dotted line, it curves through dust and borrowed time. Woke up far from the life I planned, no mansion, no diamond on my hand, but I got a heart that still believes, and the sky had me to dream. I got a heart, don't charge me to dream. Might not be where I'm meant to land, but I'm still standing, still making a stand. Used to talk of Paris nights, now I chase kids and unpaid lights. Still there's peace in this coffee cup, even when the world gives up. I've made a home in what's gone wrong, singing my truth in a working woman song. Woke up far from the life I planned, the gray stone cold and a woman's song. Woke up far from the life I planned, the gray stone come in a wedding band. I've loved and lost and loved again, made best friends out of paper and pen. No map could have drawn this land, but it's mine with all its sand. Maybe the plan was never mine to write, maybe the beauty's in the fight. Woke up far from the life I planned, learned to dance on shifting sand, and though I cried where I should have shined, the strength in walking that crooked line. I've made a song with these callous hands. Woke up for that I understand.
Firewood's all gone cold, and this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone. I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam back when her name was home.
She tuned her strings in a quiet room. Neon flickered like a broken tune. The stage was dark, the crowd moved on, but she still carried every song. No spotlight left to chase her name, just melodies that feel the same. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Dreams in a suitcase packed halfway. Words still whisper through the dust, but silence took what she could trust. She sings to the wind night after day. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. The bar closed down, her tip jar's dry, but she still sings to midnight skies. Every chord she plays is prayer for someone who might still care. She ain't gone, she just stays still on a back road dreaming iron will. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Hope hangs on where it used to sway. Each note's a tear she hides away, waiting on a stage that lost its way. She's got gold in every phrase. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play. Maybe the world ain't ready yet, but she ain't learned how to forget. A heart full of songs and nowhere to play, still strumming what she needs to say. If ever the silence fades away, she'll still be there come break of day, with a heart full of songs and somewhere to play.
She smelled like cornfields after rain, wore granddad boots and carried pain, had a laugh that lit a porch at night, and eyes like stars on a summer flight. I met her where the gravel bends, where fences break and hearts begin. She carved her name in the old oak tree, right below where she carved mine and me. Back when her name was home, when love was dirt and sweet tobacco smoke, when every mile led me to her smile, and I believed in never letting go. Now that house is just a frame, and I still whisper out her name, the place I go when I'm alone, back when her name was home. We slow danced in that rusted barn while lightning bugs lit up her charm. She said forever's not a place, it's holding on through every phase. But time got mean and hearts wore thin, and I lost her where the road begins. She left that ring on the windowsill, right where the wind won't ever sit still. Back when her name was home, when prayers were said on the tailgate chrome, when Sunday felt like church in the sky, and I was hers without a why. Now the firewood's all gone cold, this old truck just feels too old, but I still drive back through the stone to when her name was home. I tried to find her in another town, but no porch light shines the way she shone. There's no front door that feels like hers, no coffee cup, no whispered words. Back when her name was home, when I knew love like boots, no stone, I still sit where the wild grass grows and call her name. The silence knows she's gone, but I still roam. Back when her name was home.
She kissed her mama by the screen door light, one last glance before the bus took flight. With a suitcase full of secondhand clothes and lyrics scribbled on old envelope notes. She didn't know what lay ahead, but she knew she couldn't stay instead. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she chased a place where she might belong. Left behind the fields and silent nights, trading small town hush for city life. She ain't got much, but she's hanging on, with a ticket out and a heart full of songs. Coffee cold on a corner stage, singing truth beyond her age. They don't know her name back home, but hear her voice, don't feel alone. The world's too big to stay confined when music's pulling from deep inside. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she's finding where her soul feels strong. She ain't looking for the easy ride, just a beat to match the fire inside. It ain't much yet, but she's holding on to a dream of mine. she tried to find her way. And with a ticket out and a heart full of songs, she built her life where hope belongs. From porcelain tears to big time shows, she gave it all to what she knows. She ain't got fame, but she's moving strong. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs. With a ticket out and a heart full of songs. Life ain't easy, but she still believes there's more to her than what the mirror sees. Tips in jars and aching feet. Another shift, another week. But kindness clings to her like lace, in every tight line on her face. She stitched her faith into this town, still standing when the world knocks her down. She's living on hope and cheap coffee, sunset prayers in a booth for three. She don't need gold or fancy lights, just a roof and a quiet night. She's running on empty, but somehow she flies on broken dreams and clear blue skies. She's more than what the paycheck shows. Grace in a world that never slows. She's living on hope and cheap, cheap coffee, and faith that one day she'll be free. Maybe not written, maybe not known, but she built her strength on her own. She's got a soul too strong to break her back. She's living on hope, and she gets by. She came to town with a suitcase heart, a notebook full of country charts, sang in bars till 2 a.m. for tips and hopes and old regrets. She chased the stars, she paid her dues, but dreams don't always pay the rent. begins. The song she wrote now lulled her child. No crowd, no stage, just something wild. A baby's laugh, a warm embrace, a gentle hand, a slower pace. She still hums that melody, but sings it now in harmony. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found joy in deeper things. Not sold out shows or highway lines, but quiet nights and homemade rhymes. She traded highs that don't stay long for roots that hold her growing strong. That's where the dream ends and life begins. Sometimes goodbye ain't letting go. It's choosing what you need to grow. Where the dream ends and life begins, she found herself again within. Not the life she dreamed at 22, but one that's steady, real, and true. She still smiles at what could have been, but she's right where life begins. She grew up where the gravel meets the corn, one gas station and a Friday night barn. Daddy fixed trucks, Mama prayed real loud, but her heart was always chasing clouds. She'd stare out past the county line, saying there's more to me than neon signs. She had dreams bigger than this town, where the streets end and the stars come down. In a notebook she drew her wings, mapped a life full of wild things. If folks said, girl, just settle down, but she had dreams bigger than this. She packed her hope in her denim coat, left behind love and a goodbye note. The diner job, the high school flame, all stayed back with a hometown name. She hit the road unsure and brave, with none but the song she gave. She had dreams bigger than this town, trading silence for a Nashville sound. On old stages with borrowed minds, she poured her soul into the night, still chasing dreams bigger than this team, bigger than this town. Now she sings on a wooden stage, her voice like fire, her eyes like rain, crown made cheer, her teeth inside. She's still that girl who dared to try. She had dreams bigger than this town, and she wears them though the miles of America made her high. left her hometown at 17 with a guitar case and faded jeans. Chased a voice on the radio, said, "Girl, come run before you grow." That neon promise burned like June. Said not yet, but real soon. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Under cheap lights and a silver moon, she sings to ghosts in empty chairs with lipstick, hope, and braided prayers. Time don't lie, but hope don't move. Still waiting where the dream said soon. The coffee's cold, the rent's past due, but she won't leave that avenue. Each song she writes feels like goodbye, but she still plays and wonders why. No curtains raised, no breakthrough tune, just echoes saying maybe soon. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Like a rose, it won't stop blooming. The stars ain't close, but she believes in someday stitched into her sleeves. The night grows old, the sky stays blue. Still waiting where the dream said soon. Some dreams don't break, they bend in fate, but she keeps singing anyway. Still waiting where the dream said soon. One like one soul, one honest tune. She ain't famous, but she's true, and maybe that dream's waiting too. So she stays hard out of tune. Still waiting where the dream said soon. She sang into a broken brush in a bedroom lit by neon hush. Cheap perfume, a thrift store gown, dancing like she owned that crown. To the mirror she took her bow, the only crowd she'd ever wow. That stage was only real in her mind, where the lights shine bright and the stars align. She played her heart to a silent room, wrote big dreams on a worn out tune. The world passed by, too deaf, too blind. That stage was only real in her mind. She pinned up hopes with paper clips and prayed between her waitress shifts. The jukebox played someone else's song while her own kept waiting all along. But she kept singing, sorry. but she lit it up with every line. Though no crowd rose to call her name, she sang like fire just the same. And somewhere in her heart's design, that stage was real. If only in her mind. One-room flat with a broken mic and a second-hand hat. She sings to walls and empty chairs, still hoping someone out there cares. The bar lights flicker like her will, but she won't leave this Tennessee hill. She's too stubborn to let go. Too proud to walk away down that hill. Dreams don't feed her, rent's overdue, but heartaches taught her what's true. She's kissed goodbye 1,000 times, but still writes songs in crooked lines. Too stubborn to let go. With worried tones, come back home, you ain't alone. But that back porch never heard her cry like these alleys and southern skies. She's poured her soul in every note on stages where no flowers grow. Too stubborn to let go. Chasing echoes on this steep hill. The spotlight's cold, the crowd don't stay, but she belts it out anyway. One more song, one more show, still dreaming big, still moving slow. Too stubborn to let go. So, but her story's worth its weight in gold. She's too stubborn to let go of Nashville, still standing tall when the night